Israel has agreed for a 6-month ceasefire, but it was used by them to obtain new Iranian-made missiles, which reach as far as the cities of Ashdod and Beersheba. 1 million Israeli citizens are now living in the shadow of their terror. We cannot tolerate this any longer. The duty of every government is to protect its people, and we had to respond to these threats. It was the hope for peace that led us to withdraw from Gaza, and the terrorism of Hamas that compelled us to re-enter now. Hamas shows no concern for the lives of Palestinians. It holds the citizens of Gaza hostages. It hides missiles and arms in warehouses in the most densely populated areas. Its headquarters are set up in high-rise apartment buildings. Attacks against Israel are carried out from within and around schools and UN facilities, sometimes with tragic results, as occurred only 3 days ago. Let me quote here an announcement by Hamas spokesman Fathi Hamad on Al-Aqsa Arab TV. Palestinians have created a human shield of women, children, and the elderly for the jihad fighters, as if to say to the Zionist enemy, we desire death as you desire life. End quote. Let me repeat. We desire death as you desire life. Every civilian death is a tragedy. Israel takes steps to minimize harm and to avoid Palestinian casualties as much as possible. However, even Israel's best efforts are not enough when Hamas intentionally places the lives of their people in the line of fire. Israel secures the free passage of humanitarian aid, food and medical supplies into Gaza. This is done even in the midst of the fiercest attacks against us. Let it be said loud and clear, we're not at war with the Palestinian people. We're not at war with the innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip. We are at war with a shrewd, ruthless terrorist movement that has managed to seize ruling power in Gaza by force. Since the beginning of the operation in Gaza, we've hit thousands of military targets there, ammunition arsenals, and production facilities for rocket launchers, as well as missiles. The challenges we face now is that 6 months from now, we will not end up back in the exact same place we were before we started this operation. We're not interested in a band-aid solution that will be temporary and, in the long run, more dangerous. Our aim is to create a new security reality for the citizens in the south of Israel, so that the threat of Hamas will no longer hang over their heads. For that, we need cooperation from other nations. We need cooperation to stop Hamas using its sophisticated system of tunnels to smuggle ammunition across the border with Egypt. We need cooperation to stop Hamas from smuggling missiles originated in Iran as part of Iran's effort to globalize the Islamic Revolution. The international community must understand that any agreement to end this war must meet Israel's objective to change the security reality in the south of Israel so that Hamas can never again threaten the citizens of Israel. I would like to warmly thank you all for coming here on this very cold day to show your support for us, for the state of Israel, for the state of Israel's people. We need you. We need your empathy. We need your understanding now, more than ever, and we truly are grateful for that. Israel looks forward to the time when nations in our region will place greater value on building better societies for their peoples instead of acquiring weapons to destroy their neighbors. The time to transform peace from hope to reality has come. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Consul General Gill. Again, we're very fortunate to have her here in our community.
Israel is proud to be a member of the international community. We are very proud of our achievement, but yet there are those in the region that cannot accept the right of Israel to exist. And Israel needs to fight. We need to fight because Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. We need to fight because Israel is the only Jewish state in the world. And we are going to win this war. Israel left Gaza Strip a few years ago in order to create a vision of peace, in order to give the Palestinians the opportunity to create maybe the beginning of a Palestinian state. We left their greenhouses in order to share the vision of prosperity. We got Hamas and terror in return. For years now, Israeli civilians are under threats and target. Israeli civilians are the targets of these terrorists because they are looking for civilians to kill. They are looking for kindergartens, they are looking for schools, they are looking at us because they cannot have us living here in this region. And we needed to fight back, and this is what we are doing. This is a battle against terror. This is an ongoing battle. It's going to be a long one, but we have no other alternative. We tried everything. We tried the truce that was initiated a few months ago, but they violated this on a daily basis. They targeted the Israelis during this truce, and they used this period of time in order to smuggle more and more weapons to Gaza Strip. Before that, they could target a small part of Israel, and now 1 million of Israeli civilians are under this threat. And Israel and the Israeli government had to say enough is enough, and this is what we are doing. Israel doesn't ask the international community to fight this war for us. We just need the understanding that we share the same values with the international community, the understanding that what we are doing here is fighting terror, the understanding that according to our values we try to prevent and to avoid any kind of civil casualties, to understand that according to our values we try during the fights to keep the humanitarian situation in Gaza Strip as well as was established upon. Because this is what we believe in. And I would like to thank you because we have this strength here in Israel as a government coming from the Israeli citizens, but as well coming from you, from different parts of the world, knowing that we share this battle together. Thank you, Toda, and Shalom.
People who love and care and support Israel, people who are there today of concern and of commitment, sending a message loud and clear: no to terror, yes to peace. Israel is under attack. Hamas started a rocket war against Israel. Almost 1 million Israelis are living under the rocket fire. Young children are afraid to go out to play. Parents at night don't know who of their kids they will have enough time to take to a safe room when they are hearing the sirens. Elderly don't know whether they can have a shower because they're afraid they wouldn't be able to make it to the safe room. This is an atrocious terrorist attack that Israel must protect itself against. And Israel is taking the necessary measures in order to provide better security for our citizens, like every country in the world would have done. You are there in Freedom Plaza. It is this week, 68 years ago, that President Roosevelt had his speech about the 4 freedoms. One of them is the freedom from fear. We are protecting ourselves from those who hate and fight and destroy freedom. We are fighting for the right of freedom from fear. In this war against terror, the front is first and foremost in Israel, in the south. But it's not only there. It's in every place in the world. It's in every large city. It is in Chicago. And in this front, you are standing. There you are the soldiers. You are the officers. And there in Chicago, you are sending a very strong and important message. A message to the terrorists. The terror will not prevail. A message to everybody in the world that you will not accept double standard, that Israel will have the right to defend itself, that America will stand with Israel in the search for peace and in the right for self-defense. And such an important message to your brothers and sisters in Israel, that they are not alone, that you are with them, that together we stand. Thank you so much, and Am Yisrael Chai.